fun person who I know is going to put a unique spin on everything she does. It's Becky Mathers. So Becky, it's all you.
Hey,
we hear you and listen.
So this is my PEZ room. Thank you for having me. Tell me to slow down if I need to. So my PEZ room is actually the spare bedroom. So there is a bed in here, and no one's ever actually slept over, believe it or not. Here's some of my artwork. One of my favorites is that icy that Ava Ash had painted for me. Some other artwork and fun stuff. I like making wreaths. I have about 4 of them. Unfortunately, I don't have them all hung up. This one actually hangs on my front door during the Christmas season. This spinny rack here, this is where I call my crap stuck on top of PEZ rack, because it's all just random stuff kind of stuck on top of PEZ. And your shelves get full when you got all sorts of stuff. So they kind of just hang out here and they're all the same. So then I really, really like pop PEZ. I know they're, you know, not as, people are kind of hit and miss on them, but I just love them. Right now I have all of them except for your Gold Freddy, Gold Slee Stack, and the Blonde Hair Boys. If anyone would love to send me one of those, let me know. I'll gladly accept donations. Unfortunately, due to this COVID virus, a lot of mine are in quarantine, so I have them printed out here so that I know that as soon as this is all off of lockdown, I can go over to the States and pick up my friends. I'm really missing them. And as I'm sure you guys know, I absolutely love Deadpool, so let's see if we can get some better light on him. I have my fun, I'm sure you've seen pictures online, my fun Deadpools that I have on there. So I'm really hoping they continue this Pop PEZ line, although it's absolutely sucking our wallets dry. I love them, and I think the reason I like them so much is because they are so similar, that all of them, you know, their heads are pretty much the same size. In PEZ, you got like random stuff stuck on PEZ and all different sizes and whatnot. Whereas these guys, they're all pretty much the same size, and to me, it's visually appealing. So then, in case you didn't know, I like ices. This is one of my icy displays here that I have. I don't do an army, I like fantasies. So I have tons of fantasies that people have made me, ones I've made myself. I just really love ices. I have them dressed up. These are some swag outfits that I've gotten, and all sorts of goody ices. I also have giant icy, and you know what? This one is really hard to find, the giant icy with the hat. It took me about 2 years of looking for this to find it on eBay. I don't think people realize just how hard to find he is, the icy with the hat. He doesn't talk, he just plays Merry Christmas type of music. And I have this lovely icy that Penny painted. Penny is amazing. Get her to do all your art stuff. I also have one of the Rory rockers that he talked about earlier today, and this really cool icy that Brian gave me. This Sarah Lander, don't know who she is, but apparently she had her bat mitzvah June 24th, 2000, and got some PEZ made up with stickers on them. So that's pretty cool. If anyone knows who Sarah Lander is, be sure to give me a holler. Got some cool artwork. This one doesn't have a frame yet because going out to buy a frame is an essential service at this point. Got some other header cards up here on the ceiling. And some Euro header cards. Sorry, there's a glare from the lamp. Let's turn off the lamp. Uh-oh, where'd you guys go? All right, so some Euro header cards, that really weird Chinese light that doesn't have a replacement bulb no matter where you go look. Some more artwork. I just recently in the last year started hanging up artwork in the room. Before I only had just PEZ dispensers out. And of course, you know, I love my ices. So here's a little rundown of the bears I got. I got into ices because this guy right here, he came in a lot of stuff. I want the magenta stem. This was before smartphones and whatnot. And I was trying to explain to people the color of his stem, and they thought I was talking about this purple or your darker purple here. And I'm trying to explain it was this one. I found out that one was a little harder. So I thought it was pretty cool because I had something a little harder to find. So I needed to have all of the colors, as you can see. Got all the misfits, the FAOs, lots of fun. Some of your TC bears. Down the line, the ICC. So when we get to here, that is all the IC variations, 65 versions I have. And then we go into some of your fantasy and convention used pieces. There is 2 from Jessica's Christmas convention that I'm missing. There's a crystal version of this. If anyone has one and wants to find him a new home, be sure to hit me up. We also have, I call these the Sylvia specials. They're just bears that are parted together. We don't seem to know no rhyme or reason or what they were made for. That's that front row there. Also have some other fun bears that people have made for me. I just love having all sorts of fun versions of icy bears. A really cool steampunk one, the Laura Tesleys, Sparkle Sparkle. And then we have, you know, I just have all sorts of PEZ in here. I noticed in some people's videos, they only have like one of each stem color. I love having different stem colors. I mean, if I could have the exact same PEZ with 56,000 different stem colors, I'd like that. That'd be my thing. I love all the Canadian Euro colors that you can find all the PEZ on. I just, I don't know, that's kind of my thing. And my least popular shelf, my least favorite shelf, the silly Hello Kitties, because there's just far too many. I literally do not have any more room for these guys. Still trying to work on finishing my misfits. I like to keep them with their actual series rather than keeping all the misfits and the crystals together. I like to go like in order and keep them like that. At the pig, Don Deucendag had this thing, if you ate a candy with bugs in it, you want a PEZ. So this is actually the only no-foot PEZ I have because I don't collect vintage or no-feet PEZ. He's on a USA stem, so that's pretty cool. Got some fancy.
Becky, are those candy packs glued around your frames there, your shelves there?
Yeah, just hot glue. That's all it was.
That's fun.
Actually, in behind these steps here are actually old VHS tapes. That's how I've made these stands here. You know, we have old stuff laying around. Now I get these foam work. Nice sign from Jim. I think Jim's dad actually makes them. Then I also have, you know, when you run out of room, stuff's got to go, right? So under the bed, I just have bins of trucks and sports and hearts and all that kind of stuff. And I have tons of other like convention stuff, all your swag, all the stuff you get from all that kind of stuff. But there's actually a closet in behind here. And when Pop PEZ came out, I had to get somewhere to display stuff. So all that stuff's in behind there. And anytime I need to get at any of that, I got to take all this down, which is really time consuming. How am I doing on time? I feel like I'm talking too fast.
You're doing good. You still have about 4 minutes left.
Okie dokie. Does anyone have any questions? Because I kind of zoomed through everything.
Somebody wanted to know if you could re-show how you're displaying your Pop PEZ. Like
Pop PEZ.
What kind of stands are you using? What does it look like?
These again
get
are
up
those
close and personal?
foam pieces that I'm just getting from work. They're just black pieces of foam that I just stack up. So I'm able to get these from work for free because they're basically garbage. And I've actually got extra ones back in there. So as this grows, I can actually get 4 levels per shelf by condensing them back up. So yeah.
I think that the VHS tape thing is my favorite thing of the day so far. You really found a way to add value to VHS tapes.
For sure. But the only thing with those is they're not very stable. So a lot of times we'll get little dominoes. And in my room, I have padded floor or sheets on the floor, like the exercise room or the kids' playroom things. And that's just to help catch the jumpers, because eventually we do have jumpers and they break their feet, which sucks.
You just need to put some carpet tape on your VHS tapes to keep them.
No, then
be good.
Will get sticky that way.
That's awesome. If anyone has any other questions for Becky, you could just send a message right now, or.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for putting this all on.
People think you're very creative. They like your creativity. And I agree, you're very creative.
My poop is probably my prized possession. If they make a brown crystal poop, I'll be through the moon.
Isn't that corn?
Yeah, that's the idea. Oh, and another one of the features.
People also want you to dye your hair blue again.
Okay. Why not? My Alexa,
you might as well. What are you doing?
Alexa here, she has her own little, it's from a patch from the Michigan PEZ convention, and it kind of just sits there on my Alexa and keeps her looking fresh.
Well, you have any last imparting words of wisdom for anybody?
Just have fun and wash your hands and all that stuff, and hopefully we'll be out of seclusion sometime real soon.
All right. Thank you, Becky. And
if you
have any other questions, for Becky, or you want to see something up close, just send her a message and she'll be happy to get with you and talk about that, about anything you want to talk about. Or if you want to see her poop corn Pez a little bit closer. Becky, I think you just need to post a picture of it again, because you're getting a lot of response about that. All right. Thanks, Becky.